Hello, ya eighties, Mr. Da Silva here with the second video of the series Introduction to Matter and Atomic Structure. In this video, we'll be exploring the anatomy of an atom. Let's go for it. And here's for today's essential question: how can I best describe the simplest atom possible? I encourage you to stop the video now and copy the essential question into your workbook. And here today's topic, concept number 3, states that atoms are so small and virtually invisible that studying it requires imagination and creativity. Scientists are pretty creative creatures, believe it or not. So I would like you to please stop the video and copy the concept number 3 on your workbook. And you might be asking the question right now, how does the atom looks like? And that's a very good question. Atoms are really small and we cannot measure them using, for example, a microscope. It is impossible. We need different instruments. The best we can do is to come up with models. If you go online today and try to find information about how atoms look like, this is the type of images that you will see on the internet. That's the best we can do for the moment. So it is confusing because it might look like this or like this, or yet something like this. To make things simpler, I believe that the model we should be using for our classes is the Bohr model, a model created by Niels Bohr roughly 100 years ago. In this model, the electrons move around the nucleus of the atom in orbits of fixed sizes. I firmly believe that the Bohr model is a very good starting point for our lessons. Now let's dig deeper into the anatomy of an atom. The Bohr model states that an atom contains two main parts. The first one is the nucleus. At the center of this atom, the nucleus contains two subatomic particles, neutrons and protons, whilst electrons orbit on fixed orbits around the nucleus. This is how a hydrogen atom could look like. Here you have a nucleus with one proton and an electron, one single electron orbiting that nucleus. For a helium atom, you would have a nucleus with two protons, two neutrons, and two electrons orbiting the atom. Well, this is one way of representing an atom, and it kind of makes sense for elements that are smaller, like hydrogen and helium. But what about elements that are larger, like carbon or hydrogen or uranium? And here's an example of a heavier element. You have then 6 electrons orbiting the atom with 2 fixed orbits. And you can see how this arrangement of electrons around the nucleus is starting to become a little bit more complex. So imagine now how a uranium atom, which has 92 protons in its nucleus, would look like in a similar simulation. And here is the concept 3 synthesis. You can use the Bohr model to create a model of simpler atoms. However, although useful, that model has its limitations, and I hope you could clearly see these limitations today. That's pretty much the end of today's session. We finalized with activity 2. The assessment is also on Style app and is called the Lesson 2, The Anatomy of an Atom. The class code is on screen. Please have a look at all the information that is available out there, and if you have any questions, please send me a message. And that's the end of today's video. I really hope that you're enjoying this content. Please do not hesitate to share this video or to send me a message if you have any questions about the content. Remember, we are working together in this new phase of flexible learning here in Victoria, and we are all in this together. I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Take care.